Hi everyone, and welcome back to Wildcard Wednesday, September 16th, 2009. For this episode, I'm going to create a Halloween card. I know I've told you guys a lot about the catalog, but sometimes if you're kind of stuck for some creative ideas and your mojo isn't working, it's a good idea to flip through here. They have samples of cards. So I'm going to make a card similar to this one here, with the Frankenstein in the middle, and just to show you how easy it is if you kind of follow their design work. So I can't take the credit for this design. The cardstock I'm using today is Rich Razzleberry, Crushed Curry from the In Colors cardstock, Basic Black, and Whisper White. And I'm also going to be using some things from the die cutting machine. I'm using this, it's called Little Leaves, and it's one of the Sizzix dies that you can get through Stampin' Up. And these are the textures impressions I was talking to you about before that I hadn't come in yet. And what's great about them is there's 3 designs. This one's a dotted one, a harlequin one, and this one's kind of a floral one. It's called a damask. And then you flip them over and you get some more. This one's called Flourish, this one's called Eyelet, and these are the small dots. So it's great, you get 6 different textures, which is really great. So I'm going to be using the large dots. I'm going to be using my scallop edge punch and the 1 3/8 inch punch. The stamp sets I'm going to be using, I'm using the Happy Halloweens from the All Holidays stamp set, as well as the Baddie for You, and I'm going to be using the Frankenstein from that set. And then as far as my ink goes, I'm going to be using Perfect Plum, which is my closest color match to the Rich Razzleberry. I'm also going to be using some Pebblesy black ribbon with some white stitches on it. I've gone ahead and cut out my card. It's the standard, it was 8.5 by 11, cut in half. I did the textured impressions, so I'm not sure if you can see the dots on there. And then I went ahead and used the die cut for the little leaves, and I cut out 2 little black leaves. Going to take my scallop punch so I have my pieces, all my elements to the card all cut out. I went ahead and stamped out my Frankenstein with the Perfect Plum ink, and I colored his eyes with an old olive marker, give him some green eyes. And I love this stamp, says trick or treat, smell my feet, which is really cute. And then on the 1 inch by 5.5 inch piece of white cardstock, I stamped Happy Halloween from the All Holiday stamp set. I'm going to add a different element that's not in the card in the catalog, and because Frankenstein was stitched up, I thought I'd add some little faux stitch lines along the edge of the white strip. So I'm taking my Stampin' Write black marker, the thin tipped end, and I am going to create some stitch lines. Okay, I've gone ahead and created my faux stitching, and I inked around the edges with that Perfect Plum, if you can see that there. And you can see the faux stitching as well. Now my card is a side opening card like so. So I'm going to have to cut a little slit right here for my ribbon to slide through so I can tie it on. The next step, I'm going to glue down my 2 sets of little leaves in basic black, and I'm going to use my Zig 2-way glue pen to get that done. The next thing I'm going to do is just add a dimensional so that Frankenstein just pops out there. There. And the last thing I'm going to do, I noticed on the inside that some of the impressions went through onto the back sheet, so it might be difficult to write. So I'm going to cut a piece of crushed curry inside for a mat. I'm going to take the ticket corner punch and go around the mat that I cut 5 1/4 by 4. So it's just a little bit smaller. So here's our final card. And just remember, next time you're running out of creative mojo, check out your catalog and you might find a project that you can make just your own.